What's up, brothers and sisters? It's your brother G World underscore D. G World 7 underscore D. Here's the book again that I showed the other day, the Illustrated Encyclopedia of Native American Indian Mounds and Earthworks. Now, these mounds were built by Negroes, not Native Americans, who are more. Native Americans are basically a mulatto Mongoloid people slash Eurasian people. All right, but here I'm gonna go page to 108, and it's gonna talk about what's in the great state of Illinois. All right, we're gonna go to page 108. We'll try 106. All right, it goes right here. Okay. Cahokia Mounds State Park here. Okay, and here it is right here. For its sheer vastness and massive scale, no Native American mound site compares to Cahokia. It is a must-see for all interested in Native American mounds. Cahokia was the largest and most powerful of all the Mississippi area chiefdoms, extending its power from Wisconsin down to the entire Mississippi River Valley. They traveled the Mississippi. Remember, the Mississippi was there now. So they had the knowledge, they had boats to travel back and forth. All right. The city was inhabited from AD 700 to 1400, reaching its peak between AD 1100 to 1200. Estimates of the city's population vary. However, it is likely that about 20,000 people once inhabited the site in the vast residential area, which covers 6 square miles. Houses in the residential area were arranged in rows along wide plaza areas. The site originally contained over 120 mounds, but only 109 have been located. Within the park area itself are 68 mounds. Other mounds dot the town and agricultural land around the park. Estimates are that over 50 million cubic feet of earth were used to construct the mounds of Cahokia. The largest mound at Cahokia is called Monk's Mound, named for a French Trappist monk who lived at the site in historic times. The four-terrace mound was built in stages between AD 900 to 1200. It rises to 100 feet and covers an astonishing 14 acres. The base of Monk's Mound is 955 feet by 77 feet. By way of contrast, the Great Pyramid at Giza has a square base of 756 feet and covers 13 acres. On the summit of Monk's Mound, a huge temple structure stood. The building is estimated to have been 105 feet long, 48 feet wide, and 50 feet tall. The size of the flat top of Monk's Mound was demonstrated in 1987 when over 4,000 people stood on it during a celebration. Here's a supposed reconstruction of the area, which is called Monk's Mound area, Cahokia, in the book Artist Reconstruction. In 1998, Southern Illinois University at Carbondale conducted a test drilling on Monk's Mound to prepare for the installation of drainage pipes in an effort to stop erosion. A drilling rig was boring a hole deep into the second terrace. The drill bit broke off at the boring through 32 feet of unexpected stone encountered in the mound. In 1999, ground-penetrating radar was used at the site, which demonstrated that a large stone structure was in the mound. Another density-packed structure was also found above the stone chamber. Still, another structure was identified at a deeper level. It is likely that these contain burials of important individuals. However, it is unlikely that they will be excavated. Early excavation at a small burial mound at Cahokia, known as Mound 72, uncovered 300 ceremonial burials. It is believed that a male ruler about 45 years old at the time of his death was a dominant burial in the mound. More than 20,000 shell beads were found under his remains. More than 20,000 shell beads were found under his remains. Next to the ruler, a burial pit containing the remains of 53 young women were found. Surrounding the focal center of Cahokia Mound complex was a massive stockade wall. Now partially restored, the stockade ran for 2 miles around the site. Excavation revealed that the wall had been rebuilt at least 4 times and included regularly spaced batastons. Some of the remains had been burned, and rows of arrow points were found along some of the old walls, indicating that attacks had occurred. Previously, who would have attacked ancient America's most massive and impressively defended city is an enduring question. One of the most intriguing features found at Cahokia are the remains of at least 4 calendar devices referred to as wood hinge. These were circles of wooden posts with a single, larger post located in the center. It is believed that shamans would sit atop the center post and make alignments to the sun, moon, stars, and viewing the events across the top of a specific post in a circle of wood hinge. Now I'm going to stop right there. I didn't mention this before, but a lot of those mounds also could have been used as a form of some form of military tactic as a defense mechanism from ongoing attacker, just like those cliff dwellings that you find with the Anastasia built, which is similar to what you see what the Mali did. That could have been a defense mechanism because they were set up high, so it would be hard for individuals who come up and try to attack them because they had a higher level. It just what I just read just tells me the incredibleness of what our ancestors built here in Americas, man. We don't need to go to Africa to look for great things when we have it in our backyard. Hell, and I'm in Illinois, the great state of Illinois, the so-called land of Lincoln, whatever. But you have these mounds in every state, man. That's some form of mound. Hey, you had ancient mounds here in the city of Chicago. I believe there was one found near the, I want to say the north side. It was a so-called discovery of a mound that was found over the north side of Chicago. But we have, and there's some there probably just, like I said, many of them have been destroyed, and some just haven't been found yet. But there's been so many of those mounds that are built here in the Americas. Many different great structures of the mounds of different shapes. Our ancestors built mightily and greatly here in the Americas. We need to study them more. And I'm just pushing this out there. This is a good book. I talked about it the other day. The Illustrated Encyclopedia of Aboriginal Indian Mounds and Earthworks. It says Native American, but the Aboriginal blacks built this stuff, man. So this is I just wanted to talk about Illinois, the state that I'm in. This is a book that you should get, and there's other mound books that I have that I'm going to try to elaborate on, because I have plenty of these little mound books, man. But this is just something I want to talk about real quick. All right, brothers and sisters, I love you. Peace and love again. All right. Oh, and before I leave, though, I want to show another book real quick. About when I'm dealing with mounds. So I'm going to show another book real quick, and I'm going to eventually talk about that too, because this needs to be heard. Now I got this book here about mounds, and this is an exceptional book about mounds too that I have here. It deals with the Ohio Valley mounds. So if I can find it, I will pull it out, and I'm looking for it. And it looks like I can't find it because I just had it with me, and I can't find it now. No, that's really weird. I just had the damn book. I can't find it now. That's not it, but I just had to. Oh, here's one right here. Here it is. I had to go find the book. Right here. And I'm going to talk about this one too. There's another mound book I have. Indian Mounds of the Middle Ohio Valley. I'm going to talk about this in the future. All right? But I have so many of these books and these mounds and other stuff. And this is just good research material. But this is the book I talked about today. What's in this book? But I'm going to talk about this one more like in the near future. Indian mounds of the Middle Ohio Valley. All right, just give you some little stuff out of this book too another time. But this is what I just read talking about the Illinois mounds. All right then, peace and love.